Honest though.
Should be multiple choice.
Mine is free Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and Taco Bell for the rest of my life.
Okay. They should let Black people get Jordans for free.
She was not serious when she said that. I know she was not.
Just ain't enough.
I'm trying to move away from equality, I guess, as a concept, because equality still brings about unequitable outcomes for Black people specifically.
So what you want? Just straight up communism? Like straight up, just give me communism. Everybody. Welcome to another episode of Christian Reacts. I am your host, Valentine, expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. We're going to react to this right here. This actually got dropped a while ago and it didn't come up on my radar, but it's coming up now. This is a video from Cut. And the question is, what could reparations look like today? I keep it 100 Black in America. I have one question that nobody has been able to answer me regarding reparations. Absolutely nobody. And I guaranteed that you will not be able to answer this question either. We're going to get into it in the video, and then I will ask you that question and see what you got for me. Let's go.
What does reparations look like to you?
Something that we ain't never gonna get. We ain't never gonna get it.
Do you want it though?
Reparations look
Do you want justice or do you want money? What is it that you want?
like today?
Whew. That's a tough one.
What could reparations look like today?
You mean like at all? We don't have any reparations.
Reparations are going to be an ongoing generational process.
I have a hard time.
This is the thing. This is some of the problems with progressiveness. They have a lot of lingo, they have a lot of words, and they don't say anything concrete. Like very beautiful sounding words and, generational, process. What does that mean? Could you explain to me what does that mean? Just tell me, this is what we want. Don't tell me like, it's like the problem with systemic racism. You ask people, could you name what systemic racism is? They don't know how to tell you. Point to systemic racism. No, they can't point to systemic racism. Point to a law, systemic racism. They can't point to it because it doesn't exist. Plain and simple. I mean, are there racist people? Yes, there's racist people. Are there racist judges? Yes, but there's racist there's racist everything. There's racist mothers, there's racist priests, there's racist fathers, there's racist preachers, there's racist everything. And let's continue.
I'm even grasping the notion that would happen in my lifetime.
What could reparations look like today?
We deserve reparations. I just don't have any idea what form they should take.
I feel like people
He's honest. He's honest. I like that. What form they should take. That's honesty right there.
people's needs are going to be different.
And I would agree, like if reparations were given to the people that suffered the blunt of the situation, I would agree with reparations, right? I would agree with reparations. And then the problem is, who should pay those reparations? Should the government pay? So basically the government doesn't have money. It'll be the people paying the reparation. So that's another question, but he was honest though.
Should be multiple choice.
Mine is free Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and Taco Bell for the rest of my life.
Okay. They should let Black people get Jordans for free.
She was not serious when she said that. I know she was not serious when she said that. She could not be serious saying that.
Chicken buckets of fried chicken, stock and just Tyson's. Like, no, we own Tyson's now.
Reparations.
You see where the stereotypes come from? They're talking about that they want stock and chicken, right? And there's no problem. I love fried chicken and I love me some chicken too. But look, some of them they keep forwarding these stereotypes, and again, there is no problems. Look, I'm not Black, I'm not African American, but I love me some chicken. I love me some fried chicken, and there's no problem with that. But why would you bring this up? Why would you say, oh no, we want, the other one was like, yo, we want Chick-fil-A, and now the chicken,
Really creative.
I have a lot of friends around the world, but I've never been out of the United States.
America is so ghetto, the only thing I want to do is leave.
Can I have unlimited flights?
A trip to Senegal, first class.
A house in Miami, a vacation home in New York. I want to buy me an island, have a plane to fly to the island.
What would you be wearing?
Probably a bikini.
There can be no conversation about peace, love, unity without reparation.
So what is it?
Your humanism is a good model. Just equity, fairness.
This equality thing that they're pushing.
That I like that. Reparations in the forms of, okay, let's treat everybody fair. That's not a bad idea, you know?
Just ain't enough.
I'm trying to move away from equality, I guess, as a concept because equality still brings about unequitable outcomes for Black people specifically.
So what you want? Just straight up communism? Like straight up, just give me communism. Everybody fair straight up. Not more equality. We want or equity. I'm not even sure. I get confused with these words because it's so many of them, right? They don't want to be like equal, right? Or equity, right? They just straight up want to just straight up be equal, like in North Korea.
In the race, some people, they're way far ahead.
We don't have inherited wealth.
It is absolutely possible.
This guy's not black. What are you doing there, bro? What? Get out of there. You are not black, homeboy. Look at your eyes. Look who you are. Because you have braids, that makes you black.
To do reparations currently for things that were promised 150 years ago.
Slave owners received it.
They got $300 per slave.
If we were to go look at the great-great-great-great-grandson of the person that owned the diamond plantation, how much money does that kid have?
The 40 acres and a mule type thing, I did read an article, and today that would look like roughly $40,000 to $60,000 per person.
I want 40 acres and a mule, and I mean that. The mule can be cash, but I truly want the land.
I want land.
Give me land.
How many acres we talking?
How many acres you want?
I want 100, bare minimum.
I would
She don't
say
even believe
something
that.
where I can give back to my kids.
My entire family lived in the projects. I knew nothing about home ownership. Your circumstances are not going to be your future or your forever.
What could...
This is the question. The question is this. Look what they're all talking about. Everything has to do with a material connotation to it. If we want reparations, right? We want something to be fair, right? We gotta be talking about not only giving a monetary gain to some of these people, right? We also, if we want to be fair, let's talk about. We have to give America back, like America. We have to give America back to the Native Americans. Everybody go home. I go home. You go home. Everybody go back to African Americans have to go back to Africa. Or wherever they want, but they gotta give the land back to the Native Americans. I gotta go back to the Dominican Republic. Everybody has to go back, or we have to then apply to be here in a nation that is from Native Americans, and that will be the most fairest thing to do. Is actually that is give this land back to the Native Americans, but nobody's talking about that. I just bring that up, and I don't want that. That's craziness, right? That's crazy talk, right? I mean, we cannot amend. There's some things that we can't amend for the sins of our forefathers. It's just impossible to amend for those things, right? Like, and then the problem comes is like, okay, let's say the United States government decides that we're gonna give a monetary gain to some of these people. It's gonna be taken out of federal funds, which you pay for, I pay for, people who have nothing to do with slavery, and we have to pay that price. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Reparations look like today?
I mean, money.
Some cold.
There you go. Look, I just said it. Money, plain and simple. That's it. That's where the whole thing is at. It's the money part, plain and simple. And it shouldn't be there. If we really want justice, it should not be about the money only, exclusively.
Or cash.
If you're any type of black, you should get paid.
The way that Native Americans get checks from the government, I feel like black people should too.
Put $300K in my account.
Do Native Americans get cash from the government? Somebody let me know. Native American, do you get a cash check from the government every week or every monthly? I don't know about that.
Somewhere around $2 million per black person.
Maybe you give every black person $1 million. That's still not going to do anything for the systemic oppression that...
So you still give them $1 million and there's still more complaints. You get it.
Happens educationally, in the job force, etc., etc.
What could reparations look like today?
Listening when someone says, my life is being threatened.
Knowing that I can call the police and actually get help and not fear dying.
What are all the things that I just don't have access to? Like walking down the street without being perceived as dangerous.
If I'm able to do that without the stigma or
this is funny because if you that's one black person that says that if you was to ask that same questions to another black person, you want to say, yo, what are you talking about, dude? I walk down the street peacefully. I love America. I'm not, as a matter of fact, there's some black people, African Americans, that go as far as saying, please don't call me African American. I have nothing to do with Africa. I am American. Plain and simple. I am just regular, plain old American. You get these two contrasting views of the same people that are oppressed. By some are oppressed, others say, no, we feel good. As a matter of fact, there's some people that are like, if it wasn't for slavery, we'll still be back in Africa. So I'm glad, right? Like, they're not saying that they're glad slavery happened, but they're glad that they're here. And through this bad thing that happened, which is called slavery, they're able to be in the United States of America.
The profiling, I'm good.
I feel like we should just be given space.
I don't know that anybody has to give me a dime. Just mind your business.
Oof. Hey, I like that. Mind your business, right? Don't get me anything. Just let me live, plain and simple. I like that, right? For those few racist people that exist in America, let me live, player. Let me live, right? Let me live.
What could reparations look like today?
We had some deep-seated issues.
Because there's so much layers to our struggle.
Reparations has to go to a soul level and be spiritual and be more mental.
I feel like reparations is more like self-empowerment.
Freedom.
Respect.
To just be treated like I am meant to be somebody, like I am somebody.
Okay.
Reparations look like fucking acknowledging the shit that happened.
I just need
Who doesn't?
to acknowledge that this has happened.
The oppressors admitting that they oppressed.
What do your reparations look like?
I think any reparations that we receive, we have to make for ourselves. Those are how you get your reparations. You earn your reparations, you take them back.
Taking shares from companies and corporations that have profited from the labor of slaves.
In addition to the labor stolen, there was a lot of psychological trauma.
Mental health counseling.
Education.
Education access.
Growing up, when my dad would get frustrated, he would say, you know, Black children shouldn't have to pay for books, not for school, not for college, not for anything.
Actually investing in public schools. Not being okay with anyone ever being homeless. Those are reparations to me because those actually make a equitable society.
Black people should be tax exempt.
Don't have to pay property taxes. That'd be great.
Reverse gentrification if possible.
Free.
But the thing is that gentrification, some people have the misconception. Gentrification is not only brought about by the evil white man. Even Black people gentrify locations. It's just gentrification is just bringing people that drive up the prices of stuff up. Are you saying that the only people that have well-off jobs and are able to drive and are able to pay a high apartment rents and etc. are white people only? No, Black people do that. Asian people do that. Everybody could gentrify anything if they it's just people that are well off, that are able to pay for certain services. They drive up the prices of things for the people that are there that are not able to afford some of this stuff, right? And that's gentrifying. Not only white people gentrifying.
Housing.
What does reparations look like to you?
Good community-based involvement.
Investing in the Black community.
More local controlled banks.
You have different programs to help encourage small businesses.
More mentorship. I call it almost collaborative economics. Maybe you're trading services and maybe you're providing your time and like how you show up.
I really would like to get into the oil business.
Let's give every Black woman a doula and a lactation
But why every Black woman?
consultant.
Supporting.
How about men, Black men too? If we're gonna give reparations, why is she saying? I mean, I know they cut her off, but I hope she did say that. We also, if there's reparations, it only can be for Black women, also Black men.
Folks that are currently in the justice system. Got to dismantle the prison industrial complex.
I'm gonna recommend a book, guys. They mentioned this. And I didn't have this. I was looking to see if I could just show it to you guys real quick, but I don't. It's called The American Prison System by I forget the name, something Bauer. American Prison is called. Read that book, and you will understand the atrocities of the pay-for-play prison system and the private prison system in the United States of America. It will change your mind on the American prison system. And yes, I do agree that nobody should be benefiting of anybody, any race, being locked up in prison. Nobody, because it just makes us almost the same as the criminals that are in there, right? Like, how different are we? Why? Because we have a suit and a tie and we act proper. Down with the industrial prison complex. I'm with you on that one.
That in and of itself will up in capitalism the way that we know it.
Wait, homeboy. See, come down. See, that's the problem when they take it too far. Upend capitalism. Nah. I'm not with you on there, homeboy. Capitalism is the best, even though it has its faults. Capitalism is the best economic system the world has seen. Don't come with that capitalism, man. Because of capitalism is that you have a job. Because of capitalism is the only reason we're even doing this interview right now. Because that somebody made the camera, somebody made your clothes, somebody made, everything. Somebody made this microphone, somebody made my camera, my screen that I'm looking at. Capitalism, that's, the best system out there. We need to put some stops to capitalism, right? Capitalism doesn't, it produces some horrible things sometimes if there's no some type of regulation, but it's the best.
What could reparations look like today?
Literally looks like redistribution of all of the excess that white people have.
White people need to shift. It's removing old white people of power and putting back folks that look like us.
See, this is when it happens. Like when you take this talk and you just throw blanket statements out on one race. He says, remove old white people of power. That just sounds racist, right? Imagine if a white person would say that, remove all black people of power. That just sounds racist, right?
Legislate, integrate, redesign,
redistribute,
communicate.
I mean, we're talking about structural damage that has happened inside of communities.
The total disruption of everything.
A new nation, dismantling this entire system.
And starting from scratch.
Quite literally, people giving up their homes, their assets, all of their resources to people who are the most disenfranchised.
Stop that. No, that's not happening. That just sounds, to be honest, that doesn't sound plausible at all. That sounds kind of stupid in my opinion. You're just gonna take people's stuff just because they're white? Or come on.
Got to be something that honestly is uncomfortable, because getting here wasn't comfortable.
Okay. All right. Those are my thoughts, guys. Hit that like button, hit that share button. I think reparations, it stops at the money, and people, if you want to really be fair, you got to think about doing that, right? You have to give the land back also to the Native Americans, but people in reality don't want that. They just want some money. So is it really reparations? If you just want to stop at the money part? The people that take reparations, are you willing to go back to your home, to your ancestors' land, right? Are you willing to do that now that you got paid for the work that you did here in your ancestors? Now, if the people that own this land, let's say the Native American comes out, hey, we want everybody that is not a Native American out of here. Is that something that you are willing to do if you get your reparations? I'm curious to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. Remember to hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe, put the notification bell on, and let me know what you guys want me to react to next. I am Valentine. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I am out.